Yesterday something about who have why the book of Ramana Magasti Guruji books we all discussed. What is meant by who am. Then the question and answer conversation we all discussed. The devotee asked one question to Ramana Bhagavan Guruji. So what is how to develop the nature of mind? What are the things to do develop the nature of mind? So Ramana Maharishi Guruji gave a fantastic reply. So the removal of high. So that only developing the skills of the nature of mind. So let's continue the remaining paragraph on the same topic on the chapter of form. Yesterday what we left out that paragraph only remaining will continue now today's satsang. So let's go into this satsang and start the explanation. Okay, we'll start the explanation. So Bhagavan, number one Guruji said that we have to sell, we don't, whatever you are fixing mind, that is a stillness of your life, okay, stillness. That you cannot be encourage yourself, okay. Yesterday I gave you an example, students ask not to ask teacher why what I read in the book that question and not come in the examination. So that is not a right to ask the question to the teacher, because it's like a self-inquiry. Whatever you are learn, that is the whatever you are learn, and with your knowing and interest of knowledge, you have to prove in the examination instead of asking why the questions are not come. So whatever you learn, you have to prove in the examination as success. That is a real intelligence. Instead of asking why this question not come, why. If you ask why, means the question keeps on going. Why? Instead of stopping or ask why, the answer will get. That's the Ramana Bhagavan Guruji explained in the book of Wame. So it was published in 1920 by Swami Ramana Maharishi Guruji. So with the liberal bodies in the mind will develop the skill and stay on its source. We have to develop the skills of man. Okay. Then that's why the mind will always in that manner only. Without repeating, someday your mind is roaming in one place, 100 days roaming in one place. That is not a real nature of mind. So we have to be fixed. For example, if a student go to school on next day, means the student have to go, but the student will not ask. The student didn't ask, why I am going to school? That is a self-inquiry. Okay, self-inquiry means, for example, that is the olden example. So the other example I want to give is, if you did mistake, okay, and then realize, no, I did mistake, before doing mistake, I have to think that is a self-inquiry. You have to ask ourselves before doing any work, okay? That's why Ramana Maharishi Guruji gave a fantastic reply to the devotee. So let's continue the remaining paragraph. So those are Bhagavan instruction. And what you have to do, as I already said, no, before doing anything, you have to self-inquiry. So because there are by the Ramana Maharishi Guruji said that are Bhagavan instruction. So Bhagavan only instructs what you have to do. That's a real one. That's a real particle. But that's not the end of the story. Bhagavan is instruct to do, but that is not you again. That's why the Swami Ramananda Sri Guru said, the two-way transaction. Bhagavan has said in other place that if you can make your eye go back to the source and abide there. You know the power of the Guru, the power of the self. Ultimately, it is this power which is going to secure caution. I thought into its source and definitely destroy it. Such a wonderful, such a meaningful quote said by Ramana Bhavan Guruji. So what Ramana Bhavan Guruji explained means, so if you come out of me and mine, instead of I, another name is called me and mine. If you come out of me and mine, then what happens? If you come out of me and mine, then ultimately you have to invoke the power, spiritual power of the Guru, spiritual power of the Lord. Then ultimately that me and mine will not come into yourself. That's why Ramana Maharshi said, if you come out of me and mine or I means both I and me and mine are same. If you come out of me and mine, if you open, if you attain the power of the Lord, then the me and mine will destroy to you on yourself. So that's why Ramana Maharshi is saying. What Bhagavan is saying is that through repeated practice. What Bhagavan is saying is that through repeated practice. So Bhagavan always sent, the Lord, God is always sent. So do this, instructing, no. For example, if you sleep, during sleep you can think during the sleep, are you in dream mode or your normal thinking mode? Can anyone answer this question? Are you in the deep sleep mode or normal thinking mode if you are in deep sleep? So the only answer is, then during deep sleep, we are in a dream world, unreal world, so we cannot know which dream are coming. Because dream coming on the unreal world. We are basic example I want to explain is, in the cinema under the flashback scenes and all that now, the hero's flashback. So in that dream only, while during dream sleep it comes to all. Okay. So that's a unreal world, not a real world. In dream you met Rajini sir, in dream you met famous actors, but after you wake up you see only your father and mother. So dream world and also unreal world. That's why Ramana Maharshi Buddhism. So if you ultimately come out of me and mine and attain the ultimate power of God, then that's real. Then me and mine will just start on yourself. So Bhagavan is always repeating, do this, do many good things are repeated, but we have to follow and apply practically in life. Okay, that's why Bhagavan is saying. What Bhagavan is saying is that to repeated practice, you can learn to take your sense of fire back to its source, and the world is there in such a way that nothing distracted. So Bhagavan always repeatedly saying by his practice. Okay, already Bhagavan and Lord Bhagavan and the heart always repeated. Okay, they are practicing that. Okay, practically and attain this stage, okay? But as a normal human being, we have to be practice and come out of me and me. Okay. So what Bhagavan is saying is that to repeated practice. So already Bhagavan already practice and already face and practice this to attain the mukti power. To already attain the mukti power. But as a normal person, we have to learn from that, okay? We have to learn and take out of me and mind. Take out of me and mind back, okay? Me and mind back and world. So if you hold me and mind in your life, nothing will distract in your life. First time holding off me and mind, it's really difficult. If you repeatedly practice means, then the me and mind will never distract into yourself. Nothing will make it want to go home and follow your thought. After me and mind gone out means the mind is full of stillness and nothing God will comes into you. You follow it. So after me and mind goes out into your mind, so you do not follow any thought and any distraction will not come to you and that after me and mind comes out. If you reach the state of effortless thought free, I sense then this I will be availing at its source. But this is not a liberation. So, okay. If you are away from the me and mind, then it's not. If you are away from the me and mind, I means okay. One thing. If you reach the state of effortless thought free, I sense then this I will be availing at its source. Okay, after reaching the state of thinking me and mind, that is I. But me and mind always in its source only. You can't. But again, after overcome me and mind, again you go to me and mind means that's not a real nature. Okay. Once you come out of me and mind, you have to be in that state only, not to go again to the me and mind. That is I sense. Okay. So that is not if you come out of the me and mind, then again you are going into the me and mind stage means then there is no any liberation and all in your mind. Again the thoughts will come, again a distraction will come, again desire and all will come, okay? So once you reach the me and mind state, once you reach the stillness mind without attacking me and mind state, then that's your liberation. Once you attain the stillness, again goes to the me and mind state, that is not your liberation. Again you come back to the normal mind by thinking, by thoughts, okay? So if you attain me, if you come out of me and mind, that is high stage, then no thoughts, no distract will comes to you, comes on life, comes on your mind. This is simply the high offering itself of your sacrifice to this self, okay? This is simply the high offering itself. One thing. This is simply the high offering itself of your sacrifice to this self. When this high no longer has any impetus to move out, when there is no momentum left in a chase your thought, then the power of the self will reveal itself to that I thought. Beautiful explanation, okay? What Ramana Maharshi Guruji explaining means one thing. This is simply the I offering itself as a sacrifice to the self. So if you come out of the me and mind, that is a sacrifice, which means a self-surrender to the God. Okay, self-surrender to the God. If you come out of me and mind, that is high. When the me and mind is no longer, so there is no any moment of facing any unwanted thoughts comes to your mind. If you come out of me and mind, that's why Ramana Maharshi Guruji said. When this I no longer has impulse to move out, when there is no moment left to chase your thought, if you come out of I and or me and mine, then unwanted thoughts will never comes in the mind. When you comes out me and mine on this stage, then the power of the self will reveal itself to that I thought. Then after that, again the I thought will come. Okay. So for example, I will give example. Okay. I will tell one story. Okay, one small story. A person was a spiritual man. Okay. He always doing very very spiritual, but his mind is always high. Me and mine. Though he is doing service, though that person is doing service, but he always said to anybody, yeah, I did this service, I did this, I gave some food to the poor. So high, that person always said, okay. One day what happened means, Guruji, Maharishi, come across to that person and said, are you doing a real? And they said to that person, ask one question to that person. Okay, by Guru Maharishi, did you do good service to them? The person replied, yes, Swamiji, I am doing service. It's a great gift of me. Then Maharishi replied, no, you did not do your service with love and affection. The person replied, no, Swamiji, no, Swamiji, I am doing with love and affection only. Maharishi said, Maharishi, no, you are not doing service with love and affection. You are doing with I thought only, me and my thought only. The person replied, no, Swamiji, I am doing. Maharishi said, don't say hi. You are not doing. You come out of that hi. Then you realize what is the effect of come back of me and mine. Don't say you did. Come back of that high. Come out of that Come out of that high. Then you will feel the effect. Then the person is thinking, what Guruji said, I can't able to understand. Okay, that's whatever Guruji said must follow. Then the person next day itself doing service, but one day what happened means the person realized, oh, the person did not use the word I. Okay, next day what this happened means the person come out of me and mine, and even though he's doing service, but anybody else means the person said, God only makes me to do service. God only makes me to do service. God only makes me to do service. So if anybody asking to that person, the person reply, answer is this only. So the person was changed totally and come out of high sense. Then if the person thought is very good, the person got a good thought and no any unwanted thought comes to that person. Okay. So suddenly what happened means when the person come out of I thought, one day what happened means again he started telling I do. Then the same I thought come back to his mind. Previously he's come out of I thought, me and mind. Then one day what happened means again I thought comes to him. I comes to him and anybody says, I did service. Again he started repeatedly what he previously said, what he previously began before come out of high sense. So in that way Swamiji said, Bhagavan said, when this I no longer any impetus to move out, when there is no moment then left to chase at all. So once you come out of me and mine, so that become a still. Don't go after a moment, after an hour. Don't go to the I thought. And then if you go to the again I thought, mean after come out of me and mine, then it will be a very dangerous, very not dangerous, very not a good life in your life. So once you come out with me and mine, then be like that always till you are end of your life. Don't change to go again into the me and mine state. It will be more rigorous and more distraction, more unwanted thoughts will come to the mind. So try to come out of me and mine. That's why Swamiji Ramanamasi Guru said, if you come out of me and mine, that should be a good in your life. Then the power of the self revealed to its high thought. It will draw into itself. It will then destroy it and liberation will descend. Once you come out of high sense, then you will get more liberation, more joy. Once you go back into the high sense, then there will be no liberation at all. That's why Swamiji said, your job is to take the high back to its source, and the world is there. So you have to come back, you have to go back the I. Okay, you have to go back, and the world, wait. That's the source. That the I is there. That's your job. The power of the self acting through the Guru will take the hold of that high. So if you want to hold the high means, who will take that high power? The God only takes, okay? The God only takes the high, me and mine, and God will destroy that mine into your mind. That's why Swami Ramanamasi Guru explained. The power of the self acting through the Guru will take the hold of the high and destroy it once you have done the initial process. So once this is initial process, but coming out of me and mine or I in the state are very difficult. So now we can say, I come out of me and mine. And after the next moment or next hours, then again I got one egg. The story is really, but once you practice come out of me and mine on I sense, that will be a good in your life, good in life. You start off this interview by talking about the Buddha. You started off by talking about the Buddha. The one should not take anything on trust, not take anything on him as a belief. One should instead find out for oneself what is true and what is not true. One should deduct what is not true and hold on to truth. That is also the essence of what Bhagavan had to say. It's all its core of what he taught about self-inquiry. So Swami Ramana Guru said about the Lord Buddha's quote. Okay, very interesting. One should not take anything on trust, which means if somebody says, hey, I will buy something on, I will give a big necklace to you. Okay, and that time you become eager on that person. Oh, tomorrow that person will give a very huge, very wonderful gift to me. That is necklace. Okay, I believe I trust on you. So next year that person says, hey, sorry, I don't have the necklace. Sorry to say. The person will fool you. So likewise, Bhagavan Amanamasivari says, okay, one should not take anything on trust. So you should not take, if somebody tells about anything, I will give, means that don't take anything on your strong trust. Because next day it will become a fool. Next day will become not happening also. So don't take anything on when somebody says. Okay. When somebody says good always, that you can take. When somebody says anything, I will give. And tomorrow you please wait. So that you don't have any test on that subject. Not take anything as a belief. One should instead find out for oneself what is true, what is not true. So if you, for example, if nowadays many things are happening, okay? I don't want to mention that. So we have to, first of all, we have to know what is true, what is not true. So if okay. If the product, okay, suppose here is one pure diamond gold, okay, pure diamond gold. Assume here in front of me pure diamond gold. The person is seeing on the far away from him, okay. That person saw. He told his friend, hey, see, here is a diamond. Here is a diamond. But the diamond is not it's a second or not precious diamond. It's only a simple diamond. But longer away the person saw this diamond, and he comes to buy, and he becomes eager to buy this diamond. So after he comes to near one day and saw that the diamond looks not, but diamond is useless. So that's why even in Tamil we say no, one proverb, தூரக்கா பார்த்தா நல்லா தெரியும், ஆனால் கிட்ட வந்து பாரு உண்மை என்னன்னு தெரியும், அதே சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல. So if you see longer away, best example I want to give is one is so if you see any product or anything on longer away, it looks beautiful. But if you go near to that, it becomes not beautiful. That's why. Even if you travel in flight, best example I want to give flight, okay. Flight means if you go flight how did it travel? First it will U-turn, then slowly started the speed. Then once if the flight started flying, means the speed will increase. Okay, speed will increase. First the flight goes some normal height of the sky. Okay, of the eye point. Okay, but that time if you see down means we can see many buildings. Okay, suppose the flight goes many height means you see all the buildings and are very small. So after the flight and down one day you can see the real building, real place of the nature and the beauty. So likewise, first you have to think which is true, which is not true. So that understand you have to realize. Once you reject what is not true and hold on to truth. So if for example, if anybody says truth means the person who says truth that always reject. But it's old, but it's hold on to the truth. That is also the sense of what Bhagavan had to say. And it's all core of what we taught about self-inquiry. Whatever you express truth, the truth will sometimes reject. But that is the express of a lot of self-inquiry. So this is called as self-inquiry. So whatever you express, any truth or anything, but the truth will give good judgment or rejection. Or negative judgment is based on the God's decision only, because He is a creator, protector and destroyer. Okay. So if you, for example, if you say truth to somebody else, somebody says, hey, don't believe, he is telling lie. The person will tell no. So that here can only now go happening, sir. If you say any truth, nobody will accept, okay? But it will reject on sometimes. So but we have to self-inquire, okay? If you say any truth incident, so you have to self-inquire. So whether I want to tell to him the true incident or not, okay? If I say means the person will accept or not. So you have to self-inquire, okay? That's why Ramana Maharshi could listen. How is self-inquiry done? How does it work? Question, okay? How is self-inquiry done? How does it work? Why does it work sometimes? And what makes a successful practice? Question, answer. To answer of this particular question, I will first need to explain how Bhagavan saw the mind and how he thought it should be eliminated, because that what self-realization is, the permanent eradication of the mind. So before answering this question, first I want the devotee said, first I want to explain what Bhagavan, how Bhagavan saw the mind, how he thought it should be eliminated, because what self-realization here is the permanent eradication of the mind. So Bhagavan attained self-realization. No. That's why the permanent stage of the eradication of the mind. Okay, once you attain self-realization, that's your permanent nature of the mind. So Ramana Bhagavan Guruji taught that all of your thoughts, all of your perception, all of your memories, all of your idea, they are all in outgrowth of or a predicate of one primal thought, which he called the I thought. So whatever we gave ideas, okay, whatever you have any memories, whatever you have perception, whatever you have any unreal thinking, so that all comes to the I thought, okay, me and my thought only. This I is the equivalent of string in a necklace. So and the I thought is look like in the necklace, okay. Ladies and I wearing women and I wearing necklace now for beauty. Likewise, the I thought is also wearing in the neck like a necklace. So it is a thread that runs through every single idea, thought, perception that you have. Bhagavan said this, I is the subject. It is who and what you are. Everything that I things are perceived or experienced in an object. So whatever you give idea or any memories or any other talking or any other walking means any other doing exercise walking means the only principle I is the only react of all these things, okay. I is a react, okay. So everything that I think, so me and mind becomes an experience of that, experience of an object, okay. So whatever you think, okay, whatever you think, whatever you thought, whatever you read, whatever you hear, so these are the things are happening because of the I thought, okay. So that it becomes the experience of the human beings object, okay, human beings object mind. So once you come out of that, then you will feel it. You will feel a real experience of the human nature, human mind. So that's why the Sri Ramanama and Sri Guruji explained the remaining paragraphs will continue on next satsang on any other day. So thank you friends, thank you, Hari Om. So today we'll discuss about the nature of the mind. So how if me and mind go out, then after that you come out, come back, once you go out me and mind, then after I will come back to me and mind state, what are the things happen to the mind that are not we discussed today. So next remaining paragraph will continue on next satsang on any other day. Hari Om, thank you, good night to all of us, have a good sleep, thank you, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.